So Arsenal are into third for the first time in over 2 years. Welcome back to the return of Analysing Arsenal. These are my thoughts and feelings to the game at the Emirates Stadium in the Premier League on the Monday Night Football as Arsenal beat Newcastle by 2-0. It has been a while, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a while. My last Analysing Arsenal video was on March 10th, 2019 when we beat Manchester United in our final Premier League game. 4 days later, we played against Rennes in the Europa League last 16 second leg. I wasn't able to do a match review on that evening, and that was just a very comfortable 3-0 win. I had no doubt really that Arsenal were going to overturn a disappointing, damaging defeat away from home at Rennes and to get not only the 2 goals we needed to go into the last 8, but we got 3 goals and we've got Napoli in the last 8 of the Europa League. But going back into Premier League action after a 3-week break, we faced Newcastle and the thought really that we knew that a win tonight would put us into third and basically put us in pole position for a top 4 finish. And I mean, the game itself was standard really. You know, Newcastle are a good side. They've beaten us last season at St James's Park, but against Arsenal at the Emirates it's a completely different story. We have now won 10 games at the Emirates in a row. That is absolutely unbelievable, and we are a force at home. It is very rare that we lose a game at the Emirates, and just our overall home record in recent years has been absolutely outstanding. I think it's our away form that has been our Achilles heel, and we got the job done. I mean, we should have won the game 4-0. We scored 2 goals that were allowed and 2 goals that were disallowed really, and Newcastle really just were, I mean, they weren't even there. It was a very kind of, you know, standard, almost like a training kind of session. You know, they didn't really offer anything. There was no purpose of power. They didn't really cause Leno any sort of major problems. I mean, they had 3 shots and only 1 shot on target in 90 minutes. In saying that, we only had 7 shots, 4 on target and 70% of possession. It wasn't the greatest game to watch. You know, as a spectacle, it was quite a poor game really. There wasn't really many clear-cut chances, but we got the job done. We got the job done, and in the run-in, in this final month, you know, Unai Emery has described this month as a defining month for Arsenal. It is a defining month for Arsenal, and you know, we're in a very good position because we've kind of got 2 avenues. We can give the Europa League a good go. We've got Napoli over 2 legs, not going to be easy, but if we can get past them, we'll get into the Europa League semi-final. And if we win all of our games between now and the end of the season, which is doable, it's manageable, and all of our remaining games are winnable. We've already played all of the top 6 now, both home and away. We will secure a Champions League spot. It is in our hands. It isn't out of our hands. You know, all we need to do is win our remaining games between now and the end of the season, and we'll get into the Champions League next season. If Unai Emery can get Arsenal into the Champions League, you know, next season, if he can win the Europa League and go through into the Champions League through that door, or if he can secure it by finishing in the top 4 of the Premier League, whatever way he does it, with or without a trophy, that is an unbelievable season. I mean, if you go to the start of 2019, we were 5 points off of, you know, the top 4. We were 10 points behind Tottenham at the beginning of February. You know, we've just started April and we're now 2 points clear of Spurs. It is unbelievable, and what's really helped is not only have we beaten the big sides, but we've come over really testing periods. I mean, we had to get points against Spurs and Manchester United. We had to beat Manchester United, and we did that. We should have really beat Spurs. We should be, you know, maybe even 4 or 5 points clear of Tottenham. You know, had it not been for Spurs cheating in the North London derby, we would have got the result then and got the 3 points. But, you know, we're in a very, very good position. We're in a favourable position. You know, our games are manageable, our games are winnable, and, you know, the points tally that if we can win our remaining 7 games, we're going to get into the Champions League, and that is where we want to be. That is the aim. And with Unai Emery coming in, that is what we wanted. And, you know, I'm enjoying Arsenal. I think, you know, Lacazette and Aubameyang were brilliant when Aubameyang came on. I was kind of surprised when I looked at the team because I was thinking, why is Aubameyang being left out? But he had a temperature over the weekend, and you don't really want to risk it. But when he came on, his link-up play between Lacazette and Aubameyang, and you know, it's just, you know, his link-up play. You know, Aubameyang and Lacazette linking up is just absolutely beautiful. And, you know, Ramsey was brilliant tonight, absolutely brilliant tonight. You know, his goal, you know, he first and foremost scored a goal from a corner And I can't believe the ref disallowed it, because it was, you know, a push and puff between Socrates and a Newcastle defender, and there was very minimal contact. You know, it's one of those tricky situations for referees that, you know, the rule should be, if you touch an opposition player in the box, it's a foul. But it isn't, because it doesn't happen. You know, 9 times out of 10 it doesn't happen. And it was so, you know, it was such soft contact. The contact was so soft, so minimal, that it should have just been given as a goal. It didn't matter, because Ramsey scored from a lovely bit of play. Lacazette down the left-hand side, pulled it back into Ramsey, and Ramsey just curled it in, got a little bit of fortune for the post, but it hit the post and then went in. And, you know, we were a goal to the good inside the first half an hour. Went into the second half and controlled the game. There was about a 5-minute spell where Newcastle started to come into their own, and it did look a little bit nervy. But then Lacazette, from a header into Aubameyang, fell into the path of Lacazette. Lacazette chipped it up and over the Newcastle goalkeeper, and it's 2-0. You know, we just kind of, you know, managed to, you know, stifle Newcastle, you know, get over the line, get the 3 points, get into third. There wasn't really a lot of excitement, as I said earlier in the video, but it was a good performance. It was a good performance. It was a strong performance. And we move on. We move on now to Sunday. We face Everton, that is going to be a tough game. Everton are playing some really good stuff at the minute. They've beaten Chelsea. They're in great form at the minute. They did really well against West Ham. They played some of their best stuff against West Ham at the weekend. That is not going to be an easy game. And, you know, our Achilles heel this season has been away from home. You know, at home, like I said, we've won 10 in a row under Unai Emery. We've been absolutely sensational at home. It's away from home when we struggle. And even though we've got, you know, quite a nice fixture list between now and the end of the season, Napoli really our only toughest game at this moment. Playing away from home is something that we've struggled with, and if we're going to get into the top 4, you know, we need to win these games, and we need to show a different side. We need to show a nastiness and edginess, and we need to show that cutting edge side and that strong side that you need away from home in the latter stage of the season to get you over the line and get yourself into the top 4. It is very manageable, and we just need to keep winning. But we are in a very, very good position, and Unai Emery at the minute is doing a sensational job, and I'm going to leave Analysing Arsenal there for you guys today. If you enjoyed the return of Analysing Arsenal, please let me know your thoughts and feelings down in the comment section below. Please make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. We are going to be posting some new content this month, so stay tuned. And until next time, this is DJ Bagpuss signing out. Take care, and I shall see you all later. Take care, and I will rejoin you on Sunday. Bye-bye.